Big up, guys. What's good? Hope you're well, enjoying your day. Sorry I wasn't around yesterday. I had a lot of stuff to do yesterday as well, so couldn't do any streams myself. I hope you're well this morning, guys. Hope you're enjoying the morning. There's a lot to talk about. Man United are getting ready for the UEL at home on Thursday. Your boy will be in Manchester for the game. I'm already happy. You know what I mean? The new manager comes in. He starts next Monday. It's really exciting, guys. Exciting times, exciting times. What are you guys thinking of? Let's get into some news. There's a lot of news coming out that may seem negative or positive. Some people might be running with different agendas, but I'm bringing it here to you to say, listen, we've been talking about it since the summer. The structure is structuring. Let's trust them. Whether or not you back Ten Hag or not, just like me, the structure decided it's over. We move. Man United is king, bro. You know what I'm saying? So everyone who thinks your boy is mad because they sacked Ten Hag, of course I was disappointed, but I told you all we believe in the structure, and we got to focus on that because that's where what we wanted. We're getting what we wanted, and now we have to move forward, and that's just how it is. Now, there's some reports coming in, some bizarre reports, guys. Lots of people are coming in talking about Joshua Zirkzee. Guys, we spoke about this guy at length. I don't know why everyone's bagging it on this young man because he's not having a great start to his Manchester United career, but it's not all that bad. You know what I mean, guys? Because he just got to England. You know, it's his first season, first few games, and they're saying he's arrived overweight. Now, maybe it's apparently that he's a stone overweight, but guys, he has a season, he has a fitness coach, nutrition coach. He will get himself ready. It's not the first player. It's not going to be the last. So I don't understand. Like, I know he's not performed well, so I'm not going to jump in and say, bro, he's going to be amazing. But what I can say is that we need to give him some time to develop himself, to get himself comfortable, to get up to the speed of the Premier League. And of course, he has not hit the ground running like we all hoped. But sometimes it's like that for players, guys. You know what I mean? And yes, Zirkzee was an in-year signing, Kenny. Definitely an in-year signing. But is that a big problem? It should not be. Whether or not, you know, before we had these bankers buying players, that was a problem. Now we have a structure with footballing intelligent people in charge, using the scouting, using their networks. Why are we mad if it's a structure signing or it's a manager signing? Why are we mad? We believe that one thing is for sure. They're going to purchase players in the profile, whether it's the manager's particular choice or it's a decided choice by the group. And I think that's fair. I don't know about you guys, how you're feeling this morning. Big up to all of you coming in. Big up to Will in the building. Big up to Will saying Zirkzee's a six-term player. Ineos signing for the future. Wasn't an ex-coach player. Ineos were building for the next manager. Well, I won't think it's really building for the next manager, but I just think it's building by profile. I think it's much easier for everyone to agree on that point. Guten Morgen, Stephanie. Ich hoffe, Sie ein guter Tag. Alles gut? Big up to you. Will just woken up, but he need about 3 mugs of tea to be fully awake. Big up you. Big up to you. Some of these signings, Ineos were building past the manager. I think there was for us to see many different Zirkzee under a new gaffer in his system. And it's going to be interesting, that's for sure. Lots of players, you know, players who were coming through the ranks like Kobe. We might see an improved Kobe. The system might suit him better. You might see an improvement in lots of other players. You might see the addition of some young players like a Mass, maybe a Ogunnayi, maybe a Jack Kingdon. You never know, guys. You know what I mean? This is the unknown. Positive situation. At the end of the day, for what it's worth, Ten Hag did what he did, and now he's not here anymore. It's going to be Amorim term come Monday and Amorim day. And we're going to be backing this new manager the same way we back Ten Hag. 100%, guys. Because at the end of the day, we need Man United to get back to where it was. So we need to eliminate all of the negatives and try to generate a positive. You know what I mean? Good vibes, good new manager. New players will come in January and the summer. Let's keep it vibing, guys. Stop giving us negative vibes in retaliation to our fave. What? Luman, what are you talking about? Big up to Luman in the building, not our gaffer yet, and don't make him almighty. You did all the past. Guys, we can't. Yeah, that's the thing, guys. The same thing with some of the young players. We need to not overhype it too much. If he's great, we'll see it. We know he's a good manager. We know he's a quality coach. Don't need to hype it. Big up to Dark Crow. Dark Crow says, don't worry, I'll protect you. The Batman is in the building. Big up to my brother Dark Crow. Will is here saying, Ruben Amorim links with Man City. My club is Manchester United. It's been my clear choice. I wanted to sign for Manchester United. It's the club that I wanted. Yeah, Ruben Amorim has been speaking to the press. He's been asked quite a bit of questions on regarding the Manchester United choice to switch and get into Manchester United as the new head coach, replacing Erik ten Hag. Now, he also said that, you know, he was offered 3 times what he's being offered. But those clubs weren't the right fit for him. He was offered from the likes of West Ham. He was offered from the likes of Man City. He was offered from the likes of Bayern Munich as well. Even contacted by Barcelona. But it was not the clubs that he felt he really wanted to go to just yet. He had priorities. Likes of Real Madrid was there. And Manchester United were in a contract. If they came in, they have to let him leave. So it's one of those things that's very interesting, guys, and it bodes well because, you know, it's someone who wants to be here. You know, we did have this same discussion about ten Hag. He wanted the job. He wanted to be here. Of course, he was not successful. So Amorim, he wants the job. He wants the challenge. Let's hope he's successful, guys, because Man United, we go up. You know what I mean? Big up, my brother. Big up, bro. Hayden Pro is saying, I'm slowly starting to believe that the manager wasn't backed and his veto didn't mean anything. If you sell players I want to keep and buy players I didn't want and tell me to make it work. Well, Hayden, reality is some managements or executives, when they take over companies, they want their own guy running the show. And sometimes, you know, they keep the guy who was running the show because he keeps impressing. But sometimes it doesn't work like that. And it just felt like that to me. At the same time, regardless of what it is, they've made their decision. It was always a possibility. Of course, we also didn't start the season well, so that did not help at all. So, yeah, man, you know what I mean? They definitely kept players the gaffer wanted to sell, and it was what it is. Anyway, I'm looking forward to the formation change at Old Trafford. Our potential success maybe force this team to copy us. 100 might be a thing. So Brentford dropped 3 points yesterday. Anyone see Harry Wilson insane first goal now? That table is beginning to look goof for us against Vardy and the Foxes. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, guys. Remember I said to you guys since the beginning of the season, of course, we didn't start well. So I was always saying, guys, let's not stress too much. It's just the first couple games. There's a lot of games to be played. The table will be shuffled come Christmas. And you never know, if we could string together some wins, maybe 3-4 wins on the bounce, we could find ourselves in the top of the table, around the top 4. You never know what could happen. Now, we want consistent performances. That's 100% the aim of Manchester United. It's the only thing the fans are asking for, consistent good performances. And of course, I think it will improve. I think Amorim coming in might benefit us. He has a different kind of personality. And it might be that kind of personality that warms up not just the players, but the fans. So let's see how it goes, guys. What's so exciting? Well, Amorim is another top coach. You know, just like ten Hag, he's tactically very good. And he has a very good style of management. And he's very good with younger players as well. He develops a lot of young players. And that is something that Man United needs. That's something that's part of our DNA. We always push through young players and develop young players. So having another coach that remains within that vein is always going to be 100% a plus for Man United, guys. Big up to you, Manchester United. We are struggling as a team. New manager is coming. Not sure his attitude will just be blah, blah, blah manager like ETTH given. I don't know, bro. This guy's a better command of English. So I wouldn't say that. But at the same time, I do ask that the fans have some patience because it's not going to be changing overnight. Hopefully, it does get better very quickly, but we're going to have to give him some time to tinker with this squad and use different starting lineups, interchange certain players. And it shouldn't just be mad because he doesn't always start the players we want him to start. That's all I would hope. You know what I mean? Big up to Kenny Fan. Big up to Casimir as well in the building. I'm not excited nor expecting miracles. I hate the word structure more now. Weird, bro. I want Victor Gyokeres. No excuses, says Hayden Pro. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. We need Gyokeres to push the move for us. If he wants us, it's still going to be 100 mil no matter what. That's a lot of money. Yeah, just don't hype. Yeah, be cool. Don't hype him. You know what I mean? You guys already hype Slot to the maximum. If anything flips on the table and Liverpool doesn't go on continue winning, it could look bad for the Slot man. You know what I'm saying, Biku? Big up to you, broski. The one issue is Liverpool, Arsenal, and Man City are looking. Few other clubs are watching him as well. Yeah, 100 million, Will. 100 million release clause, my brother. 100 million release clause. Am I muted or invincible today? Oh, sorry, bro. Why do they claim that Liverpool and West Ham rejected Amorim? Well, in the presser, he said he rejected them. Sorry about that, Irfan. I just had a few comments starred there, so I was just reading through those comments first. My bad, buddy. You know what I mean? I think yours are there as well. Big up to you. I mean, guys... Origami saying Amorim tactics already play in that Chelsea game 3-4-3 is already in effect with Rude, but we need to attain the synergy in player selection and rhythm in patterns of play. Exactly, my brother, exactly. Marken, our players are mediocre, only solid formation and a strategic style of play. I'm not going to disagree heavily with that. Terrible team. What to you is that we. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened there. Just disappeared. My internet just flipped. I apologize. But what I will say is, guys, that I was trying to say that, exactly what Mateta is saying. I'm not saying all the players are mediocre, but we don't have that Manchester United team of old. We have some talented youngsters. We have some experienced players. Of course, some of them have won major honors. Some of them have won minor honors as well. And, they need to get it together. And it's going to take time. We might have to change more players out. Some of the players might be great. They might have done great things, but they might not be capable of doing what we need them to do in the right now. You know what I mean? They might not be able to take us to that next level. And that should be well understandable because as great as a coach Pep Guardiola is, guys, he still signed 54 players while being at Man City. 54. I mean, if you're winning, no one talks about it. But if you're not, then we could understand where the complaints are. Rude has to leave as well as Amorim wants to bring in his coaches. We can't have Rude there. He will turn into a papa over these crybaby players, and it will cause a divide. Will, you read my mind, brother. You read my mind. To be honest, Will, I would say it like this. Amorim has already confirmed, the club has confirmed Amorim is coming with 5 coaching staff members. So I don't think it's going to happen. I think he's going to be out. I think while as a legend, it would be good to have him in and around. I felt when he came in under Ten Hag, the first thought that everyone had was he's going to take over from Eric Ten Hag as coach. And I think that kind of made everything upside down. It flipped our season because he came in and you've seen it with reports. He was doing something differently in a different sort of way to Ten Hag. People said that they argued on the bench. Well, I mean, if you're a guy's assistant, you shouldn't be openly contradicting him in front of people at games and stuff. I mean, you could argue and you could have your opinions, but the boss is the boss. You know what I mean, guys? It's a weird one. It's a weird one. Big up to Hype Slot, brother. We have upcoming tough fixture, bro. Slot is overhyped. Trust me. You'll see come January. Trust what I'm saying. Yeah, I turned into a robot. Big up to Will. Pep had his cherry popped on the weekend. Bro, Bournemouth did a madness. Bournemouth did a great job. I have to admit they pulled it off. What can you expect? No one was looking for that. And they just came in and did their job. Mark, big up. Let down, terrible versus Chelsea. Can't wait for Amorim. I'm going to back him fully. 100% Ray call. There's no reason for us not to back the manager 100% when he comes in. And there's a lot of interesting news coming out. As you know, a lot of people are talking about different players to be looked at, possible new signings. Everyone's talking about Victor Gyökeres, but another really interesting thing, is that a certain young player is returning very soon to the team. Let's see how it goes. It's going to be very interesting if when Lenny Yoro returns, he's supposed to be back in full team training from Monday. So it's going to be him with the new manager. This boost us very well. I think he's going to be critical in our push in January for further up the table. And there's some more interesting reports coming out. I know some guys are talking Gyökeres, but at 100 million, I'm not too sure if we're going to go. But what I do think, there's other options out there. And in the summer, we heard a lot about this guy, Omar Dion, going to Chelsea. And Samu has been on a goal-scoring tear in the Portuguese Liga. I'm pretty sure Amorim has been going to want this guy to come over. What does that mean for United? Does that mean we move Rasmus Højlund? Does that mean Josh Rosicky plays a different role? Are United going to add him as a third striker? How does this work? Well, there's some news coming out from Portugal that Amorim is very keen on this young striker. He would love to bring him to Manchester in the summer. Let's see how it goes. There are some news coming in that, they are restructuring phase and they're looking to strengthen the squad. And with the arrival of Amorim, Man United are prepared to change a few more players and add a few more players to the squad. You might see some additions in January, but you're definitely going to see some additions this summer. Now, another player that is being looked at currently, we all talked about it. It's none other than Alvaro Caceres. There's lots of report that, Benfica are expecting Man United to make this signing in January because there's some reports that Amorim was already hot on this youngster's trail while in Portugal at an opposing team. So it might be interesting to see what happens because we might be going in this direction to set up our left wing back position in the right way. And maybe we see the likes of Luke Shaw moved on. We see the likes of Harry Mahamas promoted or Young Murray. Let's see how it goes. Let's see, because this is why I'm excited, guys. There's things are change coming. The squad rebuild is not finished. We can still get better. We have a top coach coming in, replacing Erik ten Hag. So we should be coming. It's going to be a new idea, slightly changes to the system. It should be a boost for United in general. Of course, we know these guys, when they get their way, they go on a better performing run of games. Hopefully this squad can, get involved, connect with Ruben Amorim and his system in a much better, much quicker way than they were connecting with Erik ten Hag. And we see the results of it come the end of the season. I do expect us to still get ourselves into the semifinals or the finals of the Europa League. I don't know so much about the FA Cup right now. It's going to be a iffy one. But, if we can get into the top 6 this season, then we can say that's, some progress. We'll build on that next season. It's going to be interesting. And that's what I say. Will is saying, bring him back. Yeah, bring him back. 100%. I mean, I mean, what has he done but slow down the pace of their game? Nothing else really. He's done the same things. The same players start in the same positions. There's nothing changed. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm not a Liverpool fan, you know. Can't call me a hater for Liverpool, bro, because I mean, I'm a United fan. I'm supposed to hate the guys. So Xerxes has a right issue that sound like an excuse to me. Bro. Interesting times. I mean, guys, Manchester United, there's lots of things happening. There's been some reports coming out about Marcus Rashford as well, that Ruben Amorim will give Marcus Rashford till the end of the season to turn his career around. I don't know, guys. I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Of course, you know, Ruben Amorim is taking charge of Manchester United. Next Monday, he will start as the new head coach, you know, not particularly manager. I mean, there's not much difference there other than if they don't actually coach or they actually coach. Same head coach, manager, head coach. I mean, it's football, right, guys? What do you say? What I can say, though, is that it's going to be very interesting to see what happens, how Marcus Rashford, you know, takes to this. Does he take himself up another level or does he stay stagnant? Of course, we spoke about Lenny Yoro returning, and it's going to be something that I'm excited to see because this young defender is going to show a lot of people why he was in the League One's team of the season at 17 years old. And I mean, I'm not going to hype him and say he's going to be like the best defender we have. But I definitely think he's going to show levels. I think he's going to grow as a player, mature, and he looks like a hard worker. Just look at that. Look at the focus, man. Just look at that focus, bro. He looks like he's ready. You know what I mean? And when he came in during preseason, I thought he had some good performances before he got injured. He looked sound. You know what I mean? So just me. What more can he do than that? Play in a 3-5-2. I mean, Aaron plays a 3-5-2, but or 3-4-3. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a bad formation. I play that formation when I play in FIFA all my life, bro. And I win a lot of games. Let's just go like that. I think the 3-5-2 formation is a dangerous formation, bro. Dangerous. If you can play it right, yeah. 4-4-3 will look like 3-3-1, and you're short some players on the pitch. You know what I mean? Without him, yeah, I'm telling you, Salah's been bagging that's some last minute goals that's been saving slot. You know what I'm saying? At least we are not a one player team like City, Liverpool, and Arsenal. 100%. 100%. These guys are dropped what? One player, two player, and they're done. Title race in shambles. I mean, not really City, but if Salah was to get injured, can you tell me Slot's going to win games the way he's winning games? I don't really believe that. You know, big up to the chat. Lenny Yoro will improve us 100%. He plays a 3 formation as, yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what he does. You know what I mean? It's more of a 3-5-2 than a 3-4-3, to be fair, when you look at the setup on the pitch. You know what I mean? But whether or not it's going to be interesting the way he plays it, because to be fair, I think we do have, you know, sufficient defensive and midfield pressure to, you know, to fit the formation. We might not be able to play it to the perfection this season, but I definitely think we can do it. You know what I mean? You have Casemiro, you have Ugarte, you have the likes of Bruno, you have Eriksen. I mean, I didn't see Eriksen this week, last 2 games. Maybe he's injured. Hopefully he'll be back. We have the big game coming up on Thursday. We need everyone ready. Ahmad, we're going to see more of him. Hopefully, I'm not too sure if we're going to see much of Ahmad on the wing in this formation under this new manager. I think we might see him moved into a more central role, but it's going to be interesting, guys, because to be fair, I think some people might be disappointed with some of the selections for the starting lineup when Amorim comes in, because there's going to be some players in that lineup that some people don't rate, don't like, probably don't want to be at Man United. So that's going to be the interesting debacle. where I think we as fans are going to have to keep an open mind to his selections and his choices, because he has his own way he want to play. Until we all learn that and get a little bit of an experience on how he's going to do this and how he's going to play this, then we really got to let him select who he wants for his starting lineup, play who he wants. I mean, Will, it's almost all teams play the formation. He does do the same 3-1-6 thing as well, but slightly differently. It looks like I think it looks like a 2-2-5 or 2-2, something like that, or a 3-2-5 or something like that in when he's out of possession. It's really interesting, but most teams do it. Like even Ten Hag did it, but it's just a matter of translation sometimes. The players don't execute the tactics well on the pitch. The manager tries to get them. He doesn't always get it right. They both make mistakes. You lose games. It happens. You know what I mean? Of course, we are Man United, so it can't happen as often as it did. And this is why we changed the manager. So hopefully the players translate this man's attacking principles, out of ball possession principles, and defensive principles, and execute it well, because then we're going to have a problem either, if they don't, because what we're going to say then. So that's the interesting part, bro. So indirectly, United seasons is about to start. Frankie, glory, Man United. Big up to you, bro. I think it's going to be interesting. Let's see how it is. I always thought that we're going to grow into the season. I've been saying it from week 1. And for me, yeah, if we grow into the season and pick up a winning run, 10, 15 games, bro, we could be back in the hunt for top 4 finish. You know what I mean? Better vibes, better performances. Yeah, wins change things, guys. What I will say about this season is, as bad as we are, we've won and drawn more than we've lost, which I can say last season, we haven't drawn the games we've drawn. We would have lost those games. The games we didn't win last season, we lost most of them. So yeah, that break, those 1 points, they will add up coming down to the end of the season. But we have 29 games left, and I expect us to win at least 15 to 19 of those games, and anything could happen to the rest, bro. Because I think after you win that, we definitely be top 5, top 6. I'll send you the link of his tactics. I've seen it, bro. Like I've done a video on his tactics, bro. He does the tactics. It's really interesting how he does it. He has the midfielders do a kind of diagonal pressing situation that they interchange at moments. So this is why I said it could be interesting. The problem is the translation, Will, because as good as his tactics are, I'm not too sure our players, all of them, are intelligent enough to, to execute them well. And that's been the problem all along. You know what I mean? Because they complained that Erik ten Hag was too, the tactics was a little bit difficult to maintain. So, yeah. Luke Shaw and Mason Glassman reports suggest they are working hard to be available for Ruben's first game. Well, what I can say to you, Mick, is that I hope that 2 things happen in January. Both of them are put in the transfer window and sold, because they both offer nothing for United and haven't in the last 2 seasons, to be fair. So I don't see Mason Mount fitting into this squad. I've never seen him fit into the squad. I don't even understand why we paid 60 million for the guy. In my opinion, he's rubbish. Disrespect to the number 7 that's behind me. He should have never gotten that number. I don't know how in the world anyone accepted this nonsense. Big up to Joe Blackman in the building, of course. Smash the likes, people. See 20 in the room. Let's get to 20 likes, 100%. I think we'll be okay, because in the second half of the season, players go on the beach. Yeah, possibly. It's some interesting things. When you look at our season thus far, it hasn't been good, but it could get better. And, as Man United fans, we can hope for that. And with the new coach coming in, the new players, they're going to want to prove themselves. You never know. Maybe we will be getting that. You know what I mean? Would you now blame any player for avoiding to be available for Erik ten Hag, knowing how silly his tactics were and inappropriate? I don't know, bro. I kind of blame some of the players for being unable to really do their jobs properly. And this is what I will continue to say. This is what I'm worried about for this new manager, because this new manager is tactically exceptional as well. Maybe he might be too tactically exceptional for some of these players to understand. They don't seem to take well to performing intelligent tasks on the pitch regularly. I don't know about you guys, but I've been watching at these players for quite some time now, and some of them don't seem like they're as good as they are reported to be. They might be physically fit, they might could run, some of them can dribble, but they don't use this in the important moments in the game. You can't blame them for not blame the manager for them not being able to use this during the game. I mean, this is why we bought them. But hey, what can I say? That's a full breakdown. I watched it, and I was happy with the breakdown. Yeah, I had one too, Will, and if you check it out, tell me what you think. Smash a like, let me know, leave a comment. You know what I mean? I actually did my breakdown the day before most of other people dropped their videos, but it is what it is. Yeah, probably. I don't know. The number 7 should only go to a proven performer for the team. I mean, Ronaldo came in on the moment. I don't know. Out again. What the? Let me know. Again. I don't know, guys. I can't tell if the audio is cut out. Let me. D2, my stream has been hijacked. I don't know how. Big up to all of you in the building, though. The internet is gone, bro. Guys, I think I'm gonna have to end the stream, guys. But yeah, the internet is doing a madness. Oh, madness. I sound like RTD2. Man said Joe's mic hijacked my stream. Maybe it's the Glazers, bro. But guys, thank you so much for joining me this morning. I will try to be back like around 4 p.m. UK for a short time if you guys have time. If not, I will try to come back on a little bit earlier. Normally I do a 1:30 UK show, so I will try to maintain that. I need to go check, see what's happening with this internet, because yo, I don't know if it's the Glazers, it's Joe's mic, or it's the internet, guys. You know, I need to call the provider, but I'm getting fiber installed in a few weeks, so it's gonna be amazing. I'm not gonna have these problems anymore. Big up to you guys. Have a great day. Don't forget to smash the likes and subscribe. And guys, if you haven't watched it from the beginning, check it out. Leave your comments in the non-like section. It certainly helps the channel grow, and your boy Mark Ken will always reply to those comments. Big up to you guys. Have a great day, and peace out. Manchester United always, guys. Hated, adored, but never ignored. You know what it is.
Baby.